Hey, what's good?
Hey,
Hey, welcome to the podcast. How you doing today?
what's up? I'm great. I'm great. Let me send this off to everybody.
I'm trying to do that right now too. I'm trying to get as many people tuned in ASAP, but they gonna watch it later. They gonna hate on the kid.
They gonna watch it later.
They gonna watch it later for some reason, but
That ain't right.
man. So let's get to it.
What's up?
So, man, so tell everybody where you born and raised at.
I am from Virginia. Everybody always asks me like what part, but I'm from all over. I grew up here in Northern Virginia. I'm originally from the Tidewater area in Virginia. I am still in the Tidewater area, Virginia. I moved back after growing up in Northern Virginia. So I'm VA all day though.
Right, right. You know what's crazy though? I just find out Virginia part of the South though, man. I used to think it was a little bit up north.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
Yeah, I
I
think a
mean,
little bit of the. I think Virginia is stop at. I want to say Maryland is the South. Stop it. No, no.
we got a lot of southern hospitality. Everybody speak. Like when they walk past you, everybody speak. Our cooking is definitely southern. So we got a lot of influences from other states, other southern states. So yeah.
Facts. And weed is legal up there too.
Weed is legal in Virginia. I did not know that weed was not legal in South Carolina.
Yeah, weed is legal in South Carolina. Illegal. And North and South.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was told that when I was driving, we were in the mountains on our way back from Tennessee. That's when they told me that they hadn't made it legal for y'all yet.
Yeah, yeah. But that's how it be down there in the Carolinas, though. I ain't
Right.
there now, uh, so we gonna get to it though, man. So you was a sex worker, right?
No, I do a lot, but that's just been always been some easy money for me to fall back on whenever I needed it. I do music, I act, I do comedy, um, do a lot of other stuff. I do a lot. So being in the adult industry is a very small portion of what I do. It definitely brings in the traffic, like brings people in to
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, what she got going on? Damn, her is that. What she got going on? But it's way more. Cakes Entertainment is way more than just adult entertainment.
So okay, so what's the difference between not being a sex worker and being in the entertainment business? What's the difference?
Because there's the adult entertainment business and then there's the regular entertainment business.
So what do sex workers? What line do that fall in? What category did that fall
Adult entertainment.
on? Adult entertainment. You don't really like the term sex worker, or
I mean, I don't mind it, but I'm just saying, if in a whole, it is, adult entertainment kind of explains it because when people hear, that term, they always be thinking, oh, she a prostitute or she's a hoe or whatever the case may be. But I feel like it's a lot that goes into the adult entertainment outside of just sex.
so how did you get into the adult entertainment film?
I was like 22, 22. I I was in some trouble and I needed a lot of money really fast. And I was a promoter for this club out here back in the day. And talked to the DJ. He was like, I mean, if you want to make some extra money, he was like, you can go to this after party with me and, see how you like it and this and that and the third. And he put me on. And I mean, I haven't been a dancer since I became a mom, but that's when OnlyFans came into play, and OnlyFans is like a cakewalk compared to actually like being in an actual strip club. It's a lot different.
Okay. Facts. I'm gonna need you to use that big girl voice. I need you to use that.
I'm using
that-
my big girl voice, but I'm also like, home for the holidays. So
Oh, you okay.
yeah, so I can't be like, yeah, busting it open.
Right. Okay. So
So
how did it feel busting it wide open in those strip clubs for dirty, horny old men?
yes, I mean, for me, I didn't get so caught up in like that. I stayed focused on the bag, so it wasn't really like oh, I can't believe these old men are looking at me. It's like, okay, you a sexy bitch. Like, you sexy, and this is what you here for. So let's do it. I never had to get like, I never had to drink. I never had to like, I ain't seen girls do coke, and I was like that was a culture shock because I had never seen that before. So, I mean, I smoked my weed, but I ain't never had to like get intoxicated to do what I needed to do. Never.
What
Wow.
other crazy things you seen back there?
I mean, the most I ever seen was like sniffing bumps. I ain't really see like too much. It's not as crazy as people think it is. I met a lot of girls back in the day, you know, doing those parties that, you know, went to clubs and became like big strippers and things like that, and they love to act like they don't remember me, but whatever,
And how
whatever.
long did you do the strip life?
Probably about like only a few years. It was only for a few years. Like I said, but once I became a mom, I left all that alone.
Okay. So like a few years. Have you ever went home with somebody outside of the club?
No, no, I wasn't that type of girl. And if I would, like my number would be way more than what they was, you know, trying to pay anyway. So
Did you have sex with anybody inside the club?
no, they didn't even allow that type of stuff. Virginia don't even allow that type of stuff.
Right, right. What was your
But
favorite
that's like
song?
I said. But that was a very like that was a pastime. That's a pastime. That's a very small portion of Cakes Entertainment. Very small. Just I don't even have the OnlyFans anymore because I was making money off of OnlyFans. Like, and OnlyFans they take a percentage, and then they were saying how your deposits could start being taxed and all this type of stuff for Cash App. So I just left the OnlyFans thing alone. If I want to do something and sell videos, I can just sell videos by myself. I don't have to do that on
What
OnlyFans.
kind of videos would you say?
Adult videos, grown
Like,
videos,
what do you mean? Like playing with yourself, shaking your ass,
all
twerking?
that, all that's for sale.
Do you feel like that's a gateway to being?
Oh shit! You said, do I feel like it's a gateway to what?
Do you feel like that's a gateway to being a thought though?
No,
Selling videos and OnlyFans.
no, I don't think that at all. And I'm gonna tell you why. So, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that because it's it's income first and foremost. It's income, and what a woman chooses to do with her body, I feel like men have always tried to put their own little spin on how they feel about what a woman should do with her body. And I don't think that, Lee. If it's just not in you to do that, it's just not in you to do that.
Go back up a little bit from the camera, like right there, like right, yeah, right there. Okay, okay. So are you a feminist?
To an extent, yes,
Okay.
I would say that.
So I ain't gonna go there with you. You already got your mind made up. The feminist movement is basically women is right and men are wrong. That's
No, that's not the
the modern day
feminist movement.
feminism.
That's not the feminist movement. Being a feminist means you see women equally as men, but I just feel like men feel so much more entitled to what women do in women business than women involve themselves in men's
So you
business.
said feminism is equal, right?
Yeah.
So how come women can go to the club and get in for free before 11 and get drinks at the bar for free, but men can't?
Who's getting drinks at the bar for free? I have never went to a club and got free drinks at the
So
bar.
you never got in the club for free, you and your girlfriends.
I mean, that's just what people do because guess what? The ladies gonna bring the men.
So
So
why the
that's
men
just
can't do it though? That's not fair though, right?
that's not a question for me. That's a question for the people for the clubs you're going to. That's
Well, I'm
not
just saying though. You said
that
about
has nothing to do
fairness.
that has nothing to do with feminism. I don't see how you could correlate feminism with a door fee.
Well, you can't because the women can get in for free, but the men can't. So feminism
What
can
does
say
that
that's
have to
not
do?
fair that I can get in for free, but the men can't because we all
I
got to be
can't,
treated the
but
same.
I don't have any control over that. As a person, as a woman, we don't have control over that. That's not anything that we have control over. They know that people know that the women will bring the men. You got the women in there, you get the women in there, men gonna come. And I used to work in the club industry, so that's definitely like a ploy. That's just definitely a ploy to get the women in there early, bring the crowd in earlier. That's all that is.
I mean,
Has nothing to do with gender.
I see what you're saying though, but but it's equal opportunities, like you said, it's equal rights. So that means if that's the case, if we go by it, the women got to be held accountable too. So that means nobody should get in for
How are
free.
you holding women accountable for something that the nightlife industry does? That's what I'm talking about. Like how are you correlating us being women and equal rights to what they decide to do with their nightclubs? I know some men have discounted entry fee before 11. I know you gotta you gotta look a certain way. Women gotta wear heels. I've seen clubs do women in heels free before 11. I've seen all that.
Who you feel like the prize in the relationship?
I feel like you're both a prize. I feel like it's equal. Everybody, like, I don't feel like, oh, I know that I'm not going to give more energy than I'm receiving. So I know that, like, in a relationship, you both should be cherished and you both should be nurtured and feel, equally valued, in my opinion.
But I feel like the man got to work and get money and build himself up in status and in clout and get a job and high paying job with him. Don't you feel like the man is the prize?
I said both people are prizes. Both partners are prizes. I feel like your woman should see you and value you as much as you see her and value her. Whatever roles you all take. I don't really believe in like certain gender roles. Like I don't believe in certain stuff like that. That's just not how my family dynamic is. That's not how I grew up. That's not what I saw growing up. I just it's equal for me, equal all the way across the board, equal. I'm not gonna sit over here and expect a man to be ambitious and be nurturing and be like attentive and things like that, and I'm not gonna give that in return. That's just not me. That's just not how I roll.
How come that a rich man can change a broke woman's life, but a woman can't change a broke man's life?
I know regular women, not rich women, that have poured into their men and invested in them and things like that. So again, I can't relate. I know what you're trying to get at. I know the societal norms. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't really be societal norms, but that stuff started back in the day when people had a whole bunch of kids and somebody had to stay home to take care of those kids. And generally, back in the day, women weren't getting the job opportunities that men were getting. So that's why the man was the breadwinner back in the day. But my grandparents been married for 40 years and my grandma always had her bag. You know what I'm saying? The women in my family have always gathered their bags regardless of being moms, wives, whatever.
Should a
That
man take a woman serious who has OnlyFans?
we had the discussion last night, not last night, at a previous interview I had. And I just feel like to each his own. I feel like if that's not something that you're comfortable with, I feel like that should be explained up front. I feel like a lot of men, and women do it too, but in this sense, it's like men will learn things about a woman and act like they're okay with it at first, but then as the relationship progresses or maybe his feelings progress, they expect different things, that they acted like they were okay with in the beginning. When I got on my first son's dad, of course, before my son, I was a dancer, and he acted like he was cool with it. And then, like, a month into the relationship, he wasn't okay with it. Started stressing me out, and what I'm saying, giving me a hard time. But that was something that you acted like you were okay with at first. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's to each his own. I feel like a woman that has an OnlyFans is more than capable of being in a committed relationship. I
Now,
definitely
why
believe
should a
that.
man of high value with any morals and decency
Here you
wife a
go.
woman?
Here you go with this Kevin Samuels
I'm
bullshit.
not. I'm just saying. I ain't saying
High value.
with money. He ain't got to have a whole lot of money.
High value. What is a high value man then? What is a high value man?
Wait. Let
Of
me finish.
moral
Let me
of
finish.
morals and standards.
I'm just saying a man with decency. I ain't saying you got to have 6 figures, a million. I ain't what I'm saying. I'm just talking about a decent man, hard working, blue collar man. Why
Okay.
should somebody take a woman serious who's putting her body on the internet for everybody to see though? Why?
I mean, if that's not your drop, then that's just not your drop. You know what I'm saying? If you meet this woman and you know she got an OnlyFans, and then you continue to date this woman and act like you want to be in a relationship with her, then rock with it. But if that's not what you want, why are you in her face? Why are you in her inbox? Why are you, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you chasing after it? Like, chasing after a woman that has an OnlyFans. Why are you looking at a woman that has an OnlyFans? You know why? Because she has a certain look. It's a fantasy, and guys be wanting that fantasy. But then once the fantasy is real life, and I'm here in real life, I feel like OnlyFans shouldn't have anything. What I do on a computer, what I do online, shouldn't have anything to do with my personal life, because I'm not doing anything in person.
Do
If
you
I'm
have sex on your
online,
OnlyFans?
excuse me,
Do you have sex on your OnlyFans?
no, no, I do not.
So you
When
just
I
post
had it,
nudes.
no, I did not.
So you just post news and shake your ass on there.
Not nudes either. It was twerk videos, like.
And why did you look like that with disgust when you had Kevin Samuels' name came up? Do you have something against the brother Kevin Samuels? The
I don't
OG?
have anything against Cam Simmons. I think he's hilarious. And the people that call in and pay money to receive that type of verbal abuse, they deserve it. Because what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you calling in trying to? It's like now we know what he about. You know what I'm saying? It's like women are still, and men. He done fried men too. He's funny. He's hilarious, and he has a very I would say he has a very like one track mind when it comes to like his teachings and what he be trying to get people
His
on.
methods, his mythology.
Yeah, it's very one
So, and
track.
you say you got two kids, right?
hmm
By the same person or different?
No, they're different fathers.
And how old is?
I'm 32.
Do you ever see yourself being married?
Eventually, yeah, but I'm not rushing it because I just see way too many women that find themselves in marriages. Way too many people find themselves in marriages. Way too many people find themselves in marriages that they're not happy with. So
Oh Lord
I'm not
Jesus! Oh
pressed.
my goodness! Now
What?
there go to trauma right there from
What
somebody else.
trauma?
I'm just
I
saying.
said I'm not in a rush. I'm willing to find the right partner
I
that's for
understand.
me, somebody I'm not gonna have issues with later on down the line.
I understand that. But as soon as you said that, you said about the other women going through so much trauma.
I said other people. I corrected
Why
myself. I
you had
said
to
other
bring up the other
people
people trauma though? Why you had to bring something
because
negative?
you live and you learn, and if you can learn from other people, why
What you ain't
not?
been through with you?
But if you can learn from other people, why not? If you can learn from other people's mistakes, why not? I can learn from my grandmother and what she's taught me and
Is your
her
grandmother
two
married?
marriages. hmm She had two.
Okay. Well, you realize those women that thing was different though. There was a different kind of women though.
I
Those
mean,
type of
they
women
ain't
are
that
gone.
different. They not different. They're not that different.
They
They're
had
not that
different,
much different.
but those women had different standards and morals that they lived by. Kate.
And it's other women older women, older than my grandmother, that'll tell you it was just a viral video that went viral the other day. Old lady said she was married and it was times that her husband couldn't pay the bills and she wouldn't do what she had to do. But guess what? Her husband would never know about it because she wasn't in state.
You said she
Like,
did what?
oh, she said she had to do what she had to do sometimes when her husband didn't have the money to bring home. And he would never have known about it because when she did it, she was out of state. So
It's just amazing to me.
y'all love to say, oh, women ain't the same no more. Niggas ain't the same no more. Niggas not be the same no more.
So you saying the women are the same, but the men has just changed, right?
I said nobody is the same, but you want to sit over here and say women are not the same, but it's women back in the day. I got a neighbor that's about 60 years old and told me stories about, and the only difference in back in the day is they put ads in the paper. That's the only difference. Ads in paper.
Like
So
stay
you,
right there. Stay right there. I don't want you to keep moving close to the camera. Stay right there. I want you
that's fine.
right there. Do you feel like the feminism movement is destroying relationships though?
No.
Why do you feel like this? Why do you feel like more it's a hookup culture of kids outside of wedlock instead of marriages and so on and so forth? And now it's more just fucking and hooking up.
I got
But
a question.
nowadays, I feel like dating is pointless though. What you think?
Does that have to do, are you trying to say that has to do with feminism or you're saying,
I think so, somewhat.
I
Would
don't
you
know.
agree?
Maybe you're a misogynist a little bit.
I'm not a misogynist. See,
Just a
now
little
you
bit. I
deflecting.
said just a
You
little bit. I said a
deflecting.
little bit.
Kate,
I said a little
Kate,
bit.
don't do that. You
I said a
deflecting.
little bit. I said a
You
little bit.
deflecting. That's
I
the
said
trick.
I'm
That's
not.
the
I'm
trick
not
right there.
deflecting. I said a little bit.
Wait, guys,
Just
for all
how
y'all
you
go watching this.
talking.
Wait,
Just a
wait,
little
wait.
bit.
Wait,
Little
for
teeny
all
bit.
y'all watching this, there's a
Little teeny
deflection
tiny
method right
bit.
there.
I'm not
How am
deflecting.
I misogynistic? Do you know the
You
definition
tried
of
to blame. You tried to blame the increase in single parent households and the increase in the divorce rate solely on
I'm saying
feminism.
it's not the only reason. I'm
But
saying
that
this
was
could
what
be
you
part
asked
of the
me. You
reason.
said, do feminism, you said, is feminism the problem with relationships these days? That's what you asked me. You ain't
Yeah.
saying outside of feminism what's the issue with relationships these days. You said
This is
it's
the,
feminism.
why do women nowadays you gotta be so particular about everything you say? You
No,
just
you
got to
don't.
be
You don't.
everything got to be
You
so
don't.
particular in the
You
order.
don't. But you have to
Just
be, you have to have, and this is why viewing things black and white don't match. Because you have to have a real world sense of everything that's going on and the issues. I could tell you a few things about what's wrong with the black household these
what's
days.
wrong then? I want your opinion on it.
I feel like people are too busy trying to place their relationship standards or stipulations on other people and what they see and what their friends think and what their family think, and too busy worried about that and not what makes them happy and what they want for their lives. I feel like people are a little loose when it comes to making kids. People are very loose when it comes to making kids. I feel like people are more susceptible to have a baby, like men would have a baby with a woman but won't see themselves marrying that woman.
So you just contradicted yourself. You said the men. Why not each other can't see each other being together?
Because I don't got a woman having a baby by a man that she don't want to
Wait
be
a
with.
minute. Wait. Don't you feel like the women nowadays are having sex with men just because they look good and because they get them wet?
We're not talking about sex. We're talking about babies. What's wrong
How
with
how babies are
household,
made?
the family? We're talking about
How
the
are babies
family
made?
structure. We're talking about the family structure. Women keeping babies. I don't got no woman keeping a baby from a man that she don't see herself being with. But I see plenty of men, and I have a lot of male friends, brothers, and me and my dad, our best friends, will make a baby with a woman and be like, I don't
You
think we're
realize
ready
the
to get
woman
married.
decided to keep the baby though, right? The women know damn well these men ain't shit anyways from the get go. So do that.
No,
They
no.
knew damn well what they getting themselves into.
Y'all act like men is coming on the first day saying, "Hey, I'm abusive, I'm controlling, I'm
I'm
insecure."
not taking
Like
up.
people put on who they want you to believe they are, and the facade can only last for so long. Do you have children?
No, I don't.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have them with my wife.
you're speaking from a very
Hold on. Put my charger in.
you're speaking from a is dying too.
Now, Case, I'm gonna say something. Well, hold on. What you was about to say just now? I'm gonna let you. What you was about to say?
I feel like because you don't have children, you're coming from a very uneducated place. And there's not a lot of men that have your standards, and you're still young, and it's not a lot of men that have your standards when it says, okay, I'm not gonna have kids till I have them with my wife.
Hell
It's a
yeah.
lot of it's a lot of dudes that'll be like, oh, I always wanted to marry the mother of my children, but as far as like setting it up purposefully to only get married after the kids, I feel like a lot of men miss that
And
value
don't
that
you?
you hold.
Wait. Okay.
Were your
Okay.
parents married?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
let me ask you some questions. After you
yes,
answer mine, I'm gonna ask you yours.
that's fine.
Don't you feel like? But that sounds good on paper. But why is that the case? Why are more women leaving the relationship first though?
I can
If
only
that's the case,
I can only speak from experience and personal experience. I survived two very abusive relationships, and that's why I'm not with either of my son's
there's
fathers.
always abuse. Have you went to the cops?
The cops have been involved multiple times. You don't want to go there with me. I have a whole brain injury from one of my children's fathers. You don't want to go there with me.
Let me ask you this though, right here. Though. I'm
Hmm.
gonna fight in this part. Do you feel like a lot of women are just bad at choosing the right men?
I would say I am. I'm very particular and still end up choosing wrong. I ain't gonna run away from that. That's why I said even though I want to be married, I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. But men choose their partners too.
I understand it, but both parties need to be held accountable.
And we're
Both
holding both parties accountable.
both
You
parties
asked
have to be held.
me about
But the
women.
women decide who they want to have
I
a
can't
baby with,
speak for
though.
women. I can only speak for me. Cakes. I can only speak for me. I can't speak for other women.
I understand that, but listen to me. Listen to me very closely and
Mm-hmm.
carefully. The women decide on who they can have the baby with. That's a fact. They can get an abortion. There's over 15 methods of birth control.
Why should a woman have to go through all of this and men just alleviated all responsibility from the man, because you can't have a seed, you can't create a seed without the sperm. So it's not women just choosing over 15 methods worth of birth control, and they're all damaging. Most of them are damaging. I'm on birth control and it's damaging. It's damaging. It's not good for our bodies. It's not natural.
How do you get the name Cakes?
Because of my body. I'm 5'1", 208 pounds.
You go to the gym.
Y'all see the pics? I used
You go
to.
to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So you like to set thirst traps?
No, I don't consider them thirst traps.
That's what
If
you call it.
I post my body, I post my body. If it look good to people, it look good to people.
Do you get guys in your DMs a lot? So you saying? So what you saying is you're not posting thirst traps? Those are just regular pictures right there.
I don't consider them thirst traps. I could
So
post a picture of my face and somebody be like, "Oh, you thirst trapping?" Like,
no,
okay,
no, 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 no,
I
no.
can't
What is your
help that.
definition of a thirst trap?
I don't post thirst traps. I post myself.
Man, actually what the definition of a thirst trap?
I don't know because I don't use that term.
What is your personal definition, Kate, of
I
a
don't
thirst
have
trap?
a personal definition of thirst traps because I don't use the term.
So you never used that term before.
No.
So you wouldn't say somebody posting half naked pics is thirst traps on the internet for guys to click on them and DM them to get attention. You don't want to say
Now
that's
it's
thirst trap.
guys. Now it's guys. So men don't post half naked pictures.
What do you see men posting half naked pictures on the internet?
Do you not on Twitter? You not on Twitter?
Well, I
You
don't
not
follow
on
men
Twitter?
on. I don't really
All
follow them.
day long, abs out. They got
Every time I bring up the women, you bringing up the men. What is up with that right there?
because I need you to be more general in your thinking, in general in your conversation. Like you use like, so you never heard of thirst traps. So if a woman if a woman posts pics for guys, I'm like, you're making it specific to women. So I'm telling you that it could be equal. Everybody posts sexy pictures. I don't understand why it has to be considered a thirst trap just because it's sexy. Like, am I supposed to post boring pictures? Do you post pictures of yourself when you first roll over in the morning? You just first roll over.
No, no,
Snap,
no,
post
no,
it.
no, no. You trying to manipulate. You trying to spin the
I'm not
narrative.
manipulating
You
anything.
trying
I'm
to spin
just
the
trying to
narrative. I'm
let you
talking
know.
about. No, listen. I'll let you talk. You're posting pictures of showing your ass on purpose. Purposely trying to show your ass off.
Who
That's not a thirst trap.
cares? Who cares? That guys are so entitled. Men are so entitled.
Oh,
Men are
Jesus.
so entitled because I posted my butt online and it's a big butt and you like it. Now I am just open to whatever you want to say to me
I ain't say
in
that.
my
I
DMs.
just said you thirst
I
trap.
ain't
Me and
saying you.
female.
I'm just saying in general. Just because a woman posts her butt online, she has to deal with, or she's supposed to understand the DMs that come on her line. Like,
So what you saying? But that let guys know that she open for business. She down for whatever. If she posting pictures, shaking her ass and twerking and busting it wide open, spreading ass cheeks.
y'all, listen,
I don't do that.
twerking been around for a long time, okay? Twerking been around for a long time,
You trying
waiting
to
for
move the goalposts. You
DMs,
moving the
waiting for
goalposts.
Instagram, Facebook. Twerking been around for a long time. That Jake came all the way back from Africa, okay? Let's be clear.
Oh, Jesus.
Twerking came from there. Booty shaking, rump shaking. It was rump shaking back in the day, okay? And y'all always try, and this generation of men, y'all always try to put a cap on what it is that women do. Why? Why involve yourself in that? I don't understand why y'all involve yourself in women business. Do we talk about the way y'all
But
do
is everybody
push-ups?
business if you posting? Wait a minute. Hold on. Is everybody business if you're posting pictures on the internet showing your ass? That's the world's business.
No, y'all involve yourselves in the business. You can
Oh
keep
my goodness.
scrolling. Y'all can
Oh
keep
my
scrolling.
goodness.
Listen,
Oh
if the
my
likes
goodness.
wasn't coming in,
He's delusional. He's blinded, bro.
if the likes wasn't coming in, I'm not blinded. I have a very real world sense of things, and I feel like you're very young, so you haven't really like seen a lot. I studied sociology and psychology, so like I said, I have a wide sense of spectrum of viewing things. I'm a very logical person.
Okay.
And I'm a realist. But what I'm saying is, you are trying to make it about women posting and not about the attention, the likes, the DMs, the thirst. Like you're talking about the thirst trap, but you're not talking about the thirst. It wouldn't be a term thirst trap if it wasn't thirst. The thirst trap comes from thirst.
I'm gonna come flat out and ask you. Are you doing it for attention?
I do it for traffic. I do it for the money. I'm not doing it it's never for attention. I do a lot. I do music. I do comedy. It just so happens that sex sells. And when you're a sexy person, it's easier.
Do you feel like guys look at your body as an object?
Guys look at my body and what?
Do you feel like guys look at your body as an object?
Yes. I feel like men look at women as object in general.
Oh, Jesus.
They do.
Why do you feel like men look at women as object? What is your logic behind it?
Because when y'all speak on OnlyFans and relationships, and why would I want my woman to be online for everybody to see? That's her. She's a person. She's allowed to do that. When you walk outside, everybody can see you. You get what I'm saying? When you walking out in gray sweatpants and you got your print showing, everybody can see you. But that's not my responsibility to be worried about that. You can choose to be worried about that, but I just don't understand. I just don't understand that when men look at women as something to possess. The term trophy wife is something like and what the term trophy wife came from. A certain woman of a certain look.
It came from a rap song.
No, the term trophy wife is not from a rap song. It's an actual term. And some people think of it as a term of endearment. It's a woman of a certain caliber, a woman of a certain look, a certain body type, or whatever, looks good on your arm. That's what a trophy wife is. Somebody look good on your arm. So all I'm saying is when you ask me that, I'm going to say yes, because men look at women as something to be possessed. I want you. I got to have you. I can scroll through the DMs. I got to have you. I want you.
Wait. I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish my turn now. So you say, are you blaming the men for this right now?
No, I'm not.
So
you asked me a question and I answered it. How am I blaming them if you asked me a question and I answered it?
So the trophy wife, okay. But don't you feel like they put themselves out there like that, though? Okay, you know they present themselves like somebody only gonna come to you how you present yourself. Don't you think?
No,
you don't think so?
Because I know women that don't post nothing. Here with it, maybe here with it, shirts on, and they get dick pics sent to their phone too. They get dick pics sent to their DMs too.
Do you get those too?
Huh?
Do you get those too?
Mm-hmm.
Do you block them?
No, you either gonna pay me for doing that, sending an unsolicited sexual advance, or you're gonna get blocked.
You have a daughter?
No, I have 2 sons. I don't know what the gender of my children have to do with anything though.
I had a follow-up question behind it. That's why I asked. You know. I'm about to ask you another question, so I want you to brace yourself.
I got little cousins. I got nieces. That's what you want.
I'm about to ask you another question, though. I want you to brace yourself. Would you want your sons to marry a woman like you?
Of course. I wouldn't mind.
And
I'm going to raise my sons to not look at a woman just by the way she dresses or the way she might dance. Like, I don't twerk in front of my sons, no. But I do dance in front of my sons so that way they know it's okay for a woman to dance. It's okay for a woman to enjoy herself. It's okay. I love to dance, and that's whatever type of music it is that's playing. But I want my sons to understand that you cannot judge a woman off of just because she's wearing something a certain way, just because she's wearing something sexy or anything like that. I'm gonna teach my sons differently from that. Like, you can't just, oh, she's dressing sexy, so she must be down, she must be with it, or she posts a sexy picture, she must be with it. Like, what? A little rapey, if you ask me. That's what it.
So okay. So do you have a father? Like, would you raise with 2-parent household, a father in your life?
I do have my father in my life. We are very close.
And he knows you was a stripper and you supposed
Yes,
to get it.
I talked to him about it before I did it. Yes.
What was this conversation like? Can you tell everybody?
Um, I was like, look, I'm in trouble. I need this amount of money, this and that and the third. And he was like, you got to do what you got to do to get yourself out this rut. So whatever that is, you got to do it. I had warrants. I couldn't get a job nowhere. I had warrants. So,
What kind of trouble did you get into?
I mean, it was like a lot that like drifted down from just back home and then just being on good behavior. It was just a lot. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of charges were you up against?
I'm not ready. I'm not willing to disclose that. That has something to do with my personal family business. I'm not willing to disclose that.
Okay, that's fair.
But I was on good behavior for 5 years. So even a traffic ticket, even getting pulled over in a traffic ticket, risked me having jail time, or they would put a warrant out for me even getting a traffic ticket.
Have you been in prison before?
I've been in jail, yeah.
How long you been in jail?
The longest that was, like 2 months.
Any guards try to holler at you or try to be with you?
Mm-mm. I was very to myself in jail.
Can you tell us what you went in jail for?
I was on good behavior and
What?
got a traffic ticket.
No, I'm saying why you got sent to jail for 2 months.
I was on good behavior and got a traffic ticket, and I had a warrant, and I was running. So when they finally caught me,
What was your mother conversation like?
my mom, I don't know. We don't talk like that. My mother and I don't talk like that. I don't hide it. I don't hide that. You know what I'm saying? My past, but as far as like actually sitting down and like, yeah, mom, I was a stripper 10 years ago, I'm probably not gonna have that conversation with her.
Now, don't you fear that these videos are gonna be out forever? You twerking and your son's gonna grow up. How old your oldest son is?
6.
He gonna be 15, 16, and he go to school and he see mommy twerking, shaking ass, and doing all this stuff.
First of all, OnlyFans is not a place for children, and people got to really pay attention to
You realize people got cell phones, right?
And people got to pay attention to their kids and the content that they're exposed to. You need to watch your kids. Basically, when you have kids, you watch them and their content.
Well, you still didn't answer my question. How will you respond to that, knowing that the information, that stuff is in the internet forever?
It's fine. I don't care. It's fine. We made hella money off of that. We was living good. We living good still.
How much money?
I haven't been active on OnlyFans in months, and I'm still spending OnlyFans money.
How much money have you made off OnlyFans?
My first month, I made $4,000, and that was less than 30 days.
How much you made altogether? Like you accumulated since you started it and ended?
I don't know. I haven't been up there. I would have to go look at my numbers. I'll have to go look at my numbers, but I wasn't even active like that all the time on OnlyFans. It wasn't like a consistent thing. I was at first. I was consistent. That's probably why, you know what I'm saying, I was making the money I was making at first, but I wasn't consistent with it. Like I said, it was just extra bread to get by.
Have you ever worked a 9 to 5 before?
Plenty. I have a degree.
What you have a degree
in? Sociology, psychology, human resources, and community organization.
When was the last time you went worked a 9 to 5?
Last year.
And what was it?
It was a desk job.
It was a what? I can't hear you.
It was a desk job, and it was very boring and unfulfilling. And I've been an entrepreneur for years, so working for somebody else and punching the clock, it was very depressing.
So you wanted to be your own boss, entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Say if OnlyFans ended and it just decided to just, they talked about ending it before, but say if it did end it, what would you do though? What would be your next step?
I mean, OnlyFans, like I said, was just a portion of what I do. So I really didn't feel it. Like I said, I stopped doing OnlyFans. I made more money off of OnlyFans. So I stopped doing OnlyFans because it wasn't really like, I didn't feel like keeping up with it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, oh, I'm paying $20 a month and blah, 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 blah. I need to see this. I need to see that. I'm like, I ain't giving out no refunds if that's what you're asking.
That's how much your OnlyFans cost, $20. I never understood why people buy OnlyFans. You can watch Pornhub for free.
Listen, the adult entertainment industry would not be the billion-dollar industry it is without the thirst. It wouldn't be what it is today without customers. So there's obviously somebody. It's most people's thing. I know women that have made $6K in 1 month off feet pics. Just something for everybody, and I just feel like that's why I feel like people need to stop trying to like mind other people's business for them, because it's like, if it don't work for you, if you would, you could, but you can't, so you don't. It ain't your business, it ain't your lane, it ain't your speed. You got other things that you could do. I bartend. I got a bookkeeping certification. I'm in the middle of a cybersecurity certification. I have a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a lot of other things that I do on top of the music, on top of the acting, on top of the comedy. So that type of stuff just comes to me. That's just natural, raw talent. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't your lane, then it ain't your lane. If that's not your speed, that's not your speed. My grandmother, she paints, she cooks, she decorates, she take, you know what I'm saying, photography, she make clothes. Like, people need to stop trying to put themselves in one box. If you want to be in one box, that's your prerogative. But when you start talking about, oh, why do I don't understand why people pay for OnlyFans, it ain't for you to understand it. If you're not gonna pay for it, it's not for you to understand.
Do you buy OnlyFans?
No, I don't subscribe to nothing.
Have you has one of your OnlyFans members? Have you had sex with an OnlyFans person who watch OnlyFans?
Like, old Jenks from back in the day have subscribed. And I'd be like, wow, you know my shit. Like, and that's another reason why I got rid of OnlyFans, because like people would hide behind fake profiles. I'm like, if you want a video, if you want to see something or something like that, just you gonna have to DM me so I can see put a face to it. Because like people was hiding behind fake profiles and stuff like that. Like, why is you hiding? Be proud in what you doing. Like, I don't understand.
How long do you feel like women can keep this OnlyFans thing up before going back?
As long as the adult entertainment industry is going on, they got a couple other sites out now. I don't know about them. Somebody was talking to me about them and was like, oh, I see you not on OnlyFans no more. Are you gonna get this, that, and the third? And I was like, no, I'm not with all that. But as long as the adult entertainment industry exists, things like OnlyFans and other platforms are gonna exist. Long as there's thirst, long as there's people that want to see you in that light. And I think that's why my OnlyFans did so well, is because even though I do post, you know, bathing suit pics or whatever the case may be, I'm not like ass in the camera always like doing the most. I'm not doing that online. That's not my general sense. My Twitter personality is way different from my other social media platforms. But outside of that, people don't generally get to see me like that. So that's why when they found out I had the OnlyFans, that's why everybody was like jumping on me. I'm talking about dudes I dated 10 years ago, like on the OnlyFans. That was crazy.
Like wearing panties, G-string, or a thong?
Thong.
Or a thong?
Why not a thong?
What's the difference between a thong and a G-string though?
A thong is like an actual underwear. G-string is literally a line and a line and like a little patch for the vagina. That's it.
Are you natural?
What you mean?
Are you natural? Is your
Body.
ass natural?
Yes, my body is very natural. I have a mom bod. Very natural.
You're a MILF.
If that's what you want to call it.
Do you watch porn yourself?
Yeah.
What porn category do you watch?
Women.
Okay. Now, I did some research though. Now, this is what I discovered that women like to watch. Porn is $1 billion industry, like you said, sex sells, and women watch a lot of porn. A lot of people don't know. Now, these are the categories that I find out women got some that women like. They like to watch lesbian porn, straight women. Are you like women too, or men?
I don't really mess with girls like that. I find women attractive, but I don't mess with them.
So you're heterosexual, okay? Heterosexual women like to watch female porn and BDSM and gay porn. They find themselves watching that. Have you?
That's a little too much for me.
That's what the category of women watch. They search up the most.
The men on men, that's a little much for me. It's a little much for me. I ain't knocking it.
You ever had BDSM porn?
Oh, okay. Solo, lesbian, that's it. Solo, tripping, that's it.
What about amateur?
Not really. The angles be all wrong. They be ashy. Bedspread be dingy.
Right. You got any favorite porn stars? Or? Why not just do full porn?
That one girl that went viral, giving top in the courthouse. Her name like Brittany somebody, and it was like that was Trey Songz's baby mama. Brittany something.
Brittany Renner?
No. Now that hoe, that's a nasty girl, and she got some stuff that you make you like.
Now they say Brittany Renner is a slime ball and all that. Now that may be true and all that. I don't know, but they say she trapped.
I think she's.
You breaking up?